the end of October and early November, there was a summit between MGM and Amazon executives. And high up on the agenda, the return of Stargate. Welcome to Sci Trek, your sci-fi TV movie channel. So, at the end of October and early November, there was a series of meetings between MGM executives and Amazon executives. Now, apparently, according to my sources at MGM, a lot of these meetings were about finance stuff. They weren't particularly interesting. The sale of MGM to Amazon has been dragged through the courts and the regulators and slowed down. They weren't expecting to take this long. And basically, MGM is looking for direction on what Amazon expects it to do with upcoming projects. They know that there are contracts that need to be signed that basically Amazon are eventually going to have to pay for. So they're looking for some idea of what Amazon would like them to do. They're kind of in a bit of a limbo at the moment of MGM because other than projects that were already greenlit, they're having to hold off on lots of things they were planning to do, Stargate included. So there's a lot of meetings about how they want them to do that, and also a lot of meetings about boring financial stuff. But there are also a lot of meetings with Jennifer Salk from Amazon and Mark Burnett from MGM. Now, these are the really two big hitters when we're talking about TV and movies at the two respective companies. A lot of their meetings were about planned content, about the things that Amazon intend to greenlight immediately as soon as the sale goes through. Now, the three main agenda points apparently for those meetings were the MGM back catalogue and consolidating all of that material as much as humanly possible onto one platform, Amazon Prime, and getting it off other platforms immediately. Now, MGM don't own sole rights for a lot of their properties. A lot of movies and TV shows are co-produced with other companies, but the ones that they do own sole rights for, Amazon fully intend consolidating all of that onto Amazon Prime as quickly as humanly possible. Now, the second big thing on the agenda is James Bond. There's going to be a reboot of the James Bond series. There's lots of different ways that could go, and Amazon are very interested to make sure that MGM know exactly where they want it to go. Third on the agenda is Stargate, and getting that back onto our TV screens. Now, the main reasons why these are the three areas that they want to discuss is because obviously the back catalogue makes Amazon a lot more legitimate. Now, they've been making movies and things for a little while now. They're seen as the new boys on the block, and they're not really taken very seriously. MGM is one of the great old film studios. They're part of the great movie history. Some of their back catalogue titles include things like Ben-Hur and Gone with the Wind and Hot Tub Time Machine. Some great movies. Well, the last one. And, they've got some of the classics, and that's the main reason why Amazon are buying them. So getting their back catalogue consolidated into one place is high up on their agenda. James Bond, financially speaking, and really critically speaking, is their biggest franchise. If you look at their top 100, out of the top 20 or so, several of them are James Bond movies, and I'm pretty sure that the highest grossing movie is a James Bond film, but I'll have to double check. But if we're talking about high grossing movies, their 10th highest grossing film in history for MGM is the original Stargate movie. James Bond is the most profitable franchise they have, but second is Stargate. Even though it's not been on our TV screens for years now, it's still the second highest franchise I own. So Amazon have come in and basically gone, what are the three areas we can make money? The back catalogue, Stargate, James Bond. So of course it makes sense that they're going to be having those conversations already. They're really coming in with a 5-year business plan, but the things that they want to prioritise are the things that they can make the most cha-ching on. Now, you can look at that two different ways, really. Now, the cynic in me says they're just looking at the things that are going to make them money. But really, it kind of makes sense in that they're looking at the things that are the most valuable because they're the things that are the most popular. The reason why Stargate still makes money is because people still watch it. The reason why James Bond makes money is because it's the highest grossing film of this year already, and they always make money. People watch James Bond year after year after year. So, of course, Amazon are looking at their highest, most valuable franchises. So how do I know that this summit actually happened? So I was approached A couple of months ago now, after a video I did that was very popular, 100,000 views on this video, I was approached by somebody that works at MGM. Now, he's not high up, he's not one of the big executives or anything, he's quite low down on the pecking order. But through that person, I've been able to make a few other contacts. I've started to get an idea of how MGM employees actually feel about this acquisition. And I can tell you now, they're not happy. The main reason why they're willing to talk to me is because they want to have a moan and they want to have a vent about it, and they want me to go in here and tell you lot about it. They want me to tell you that they're not happy. Amazon are really coming in as bully boys. Apparently, a lot of these meetings hasn't been a mutual coming together of minds of the MGM talent and the new Amazon owners. It's been Amazon coming in and telling MGM executives exactly what is going to happen. It's not been a two-way conversation. It's been bosses telling employees. A lot of MGM staff feel that Amazon aren't really that excited about the talent that works for MGM at the moment, and they're worried for their jobs. They're also worried about the intellectual properties that they own and how Amazon intends to use them. One of the things that's been raised to me again in the last couple of days is that Brad Wright is being frozen out of Stargate. That Amazon don't really like the direction that Brad Wright was planning to take Stargate. Another employee, though, has said that he actually thinks it's a really good thing that COVID hit when it did in a way, because MGM were going to go ahead, full steam ahead, with Brad Wright's version of Stargate, and that Amazon would probably have pulled the plug. We might have seen 1 or 2 seasons of what Brad Wright had planned, but then Amazon may have cut it. He also thinks that Amazon, to be honest, even though he's not a massive fan, are bringing a really big financial might to the MGM studio, and that he says if nothing else, they're going to get well funded. So hopefully when the Stargate franchise does re-emerge, it's going to be much better funded than it would have been under MGM. So that's a two-edged sword. To be fair though, that person was the only one that's actually said anything positive about the Amazon takeover. Everybody else I've spoken to seem very, very worried. One of the things they have talked at this summit as well is about the time frame for Stargate's return. Now, they expect a movie to be on Amazon Prime within 18 months of the sale being finalised, and they expect the sale to be finalised in April or May 2022. Now, I think that will basically mean that we will see a movie on Amazon Prime of Stargate by Christmas 2023 or at the latest early spring 2024. That will then be followed by a short-run TV series, 10 or 12 episodes with one overarching storyline, basically what we're used to seeing now on streaming services like Star Trek Discovery and so on and so on. 10, 12 episodes, one storyline. We're going to see a series every year. Now, even though it seems that the movie is not going to be necessarily connected to the TV series, they're all going to be in part of one universe. But that's giving you a little bit of an insight into something else that I've been told. Something that at the moment I can't share with you anymore because I'm not 100% convinced it's true. But if I can get a little bit more information on it, then I will share it with you as soon as I can. But it's something related to the movie that I think will surprise a lot of Stargate fans and maybe make a few of us quite worried. But that's for another video. So, we have a time frame. We have an idea of how keen Amazon are, and we have an idea of how unhappy MGM are. I'd really love to hear what you think. Leave a comment. Go and visit the Facebook group. That's on Sidetrack. I'll put a link in the description. And you can join the channel and help me make loads more content. I really love doing this, so anything you can do to help me would be great. So, please, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I will have a follow-up video really soon. As soon as I can confirm what I've been told, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.